What's going on, guys? This is Kosty coming to you with sharp trading plays only on PickDawgz. As of now, we're at the finish line. We have 3 weeks left of legitimate college basketball. Every game matters. I know the main tournament starts tomorrow for the playing games, but don't discredit the NIT, the non-important tournament. For me, all the tournaments are important because if you could find an edge and you could find value, it doesn't matter if it's the main tournament with 64 teams when they start on Thursday and the playing game starting tomorrow, or the NIT where you could still find a lot of value between these teams that are still playing home and away. They're outer conference games. So if you really do your homework and you follow the analytics and you listen to for me specifically, my groups, that it's a money-making day no matter what. And with NBA going, have that in your back pocket. We've been absolutely slaughtering NBA. We have had 2 huge weeks, and literally since All-Star break, we have been just winning every single week. We're totally dialed in. NBA is very situational, so if you could find edges and you could find those similar spots that you're following day after day, you can make a lot of money doing it. But unfortunately, if you have a 9-to-5, if you have a family and you spend a lot of time doing things outside of handicapping, following social media, knowing injuries, knowing roster manipulation in the NBA, if you're not doing this 8 to 10 hours a day, it's extremely difficult to be successful betting sports. That's why most people fail. We are trained. We are trained when we lose, and we're trained when we win. It doesn't matter. The ups and the downs are inevitable. Bad beats are inevitable, especially if we're in March Madness and you're seeing teams fight for their lives every night. So you got to really dial it in. So if you're somebody that's on the fence, as I always say, shoot me a text, 775-636-7674. I'll connect you with my groups. I'll put you on my Telegram channels. I'll give you daily coaching and make you a successful sports trader without doing much, maybe 5 to 10 minutes a day is what you really have to follow. You don't have to do any of your own research anymore. Now to the complimentary selection. We're going to the opening round of the NIT. Minnesota at Butler. So Butler being 18-14, they both have the same record, 18-14. This game is being played at Butler. They're 12-5 at home this year, and they're 6-10 against the number. I wouldn't really look at the number too much, simply because they've played such a harder schedule than the Big Ten. The Big East is much better than the Big Ten, so obviously Butler is playing 2 teams. I mean, they're playing teams twice in the same year that potentially could be 2 Final Four teams because they're that good. So you're playing UConn twice. You're playing Marquette twice. You're playing Creighton. I mean, you have these teams that are top seeds in the tournament that you're playing a lot. Of course, your record is not going to be that good, but if you're in the NIT, you're well seasoned that you've played throughout the season. Butler has had some really good wins this year. They won at Marquette. They won versus Texas Tech in an outer conference game. They beat Boise State in an outer conference game. They beat Penn State. Not saying that Penn State was good, but early in the season they had potential. They have a very hard out-of-conference schedule, but aside from those wins, they also have a win versus Villanova at home. They have a win against Creighton on the road. I mean, these are all really solid wins. I know they lost to Xavier in the Big East tournament, but I wouldn't sleep on the Butler Bulldogs. This is a team that I like a lot. They could have potentially been a snub for the main tournament. While Minnesota, on the other hand, has been really struggling. They've only won 3 games in their last 10, and they've had some bad losses. I mean, yes, losing at Michigan State, they should have lost at getting 7, but they lost at Indiana. Sorry, they lost at home versus Indiana, laying 5.5, which was a bad loss. They lost at Illinois, at Nebraska. They lost at Purdue, at Iowa. They've lost a lot of games on the road. They've only won 2 games on the road all year. I think this is a very short line. You're getting them at a really good price where you're only laying 3.5 with the Butler Bulldogs. They are playing at home. This is going to be an easy cover for the Butler Bulldogs. I predict this line should have been 6.5. The fact that I'm only getting 3.5, I have a 3.5 point edge. One of my groups had already given me this game. So, like I said, lock it up. Butler, shoot me a text if you want access to all my games. Tomorrow is a loaded card. I'll be playing a lot of college basketball as the groups constantly report to me. We're going to be playing NBA, so get that volume in and make it a month to remember. March is going to be absolutely huge. Shoot me a text, 775-636-7674. Have a great day.